Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown, Dunkirk, and Westfield, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County.
The Chautauqua Center.
Are you looking for affordable medical, dental, or counseling services? The Chautauqua Center is always accepting new patients at their Jamestown and Dunkirk locations. They offer discounted prescriptions and accept all insurances. From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Morning, everybody. I'm Doc Hamels, and welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise. Well, last week I saw in my notes, I said, winter is back. And now on my notes, I said, spring is back. Crazy weather, huh? It was about 51 degrees, 50 in Ripley, Westfield area when I was coming over here to the studios in Mayville. So I don't know. I don't even know what to call this time of year except lucky. Looks like we're going to have a green Christmas maybe. I was looking at the extended forecast. Justin, what's your opinion?
Brown.
Huh?
Brown.
Brown? Oh, you go brown. Okay. Green. It's white. Brown. Oh, mud. All right. Muddy paws. It's going to be, I don't think we're going to have much snow for Christmas. Might have a touch, but we'll see. We're extended out a little bit too far yet. Anyways, well, welcome to the show. I want to say good morning to everybody that's watching us on Spectrum 1301 right here at Access Chautauqua. Glad you could join us. Good afternoon to all of my listeners on WRFA 107.9, Low Power to the People. Thanks for joining us. We got a really good show in store for you. I think you're going to find this really interesting. And this is for anybody here in the area. I think you could participate in what we're going to be talking about later. Also want to say hello to anybody in the world that's watching us. We're streaming live throughout the world. And as always, leave us a little note. Give us a like, whatever, or say hi. And we like to see where you're coming from throughout the world. Want us to do a special hello to John C. down in Pensacola, Florida. Hey, John. Thanks for watching. You're pretty much a regular. I want to say hi to Bob H. over in North Collins. He watches quite often. So good morning to you. If you're watching right now, glad you could join us. Okay, as many of you know or don't know, if you're new to the show, we are a live show, and we encourage you to call in if you have a question for me, my guest, or you have a organization or club that's doing something, sponsoring a fundraiser or something like that, or you just want to talk about an anniversary or somebody's birthday, you name it, we can do it here. Just give us a call at 716-753-5225. Again, 716-753-5225. And Randy's on the other line, and he'll pump you through our speaker system. If you're too shy to talk, which you shouldn't be, it's really easy, He'll write it down and they'll give me the information. You can Twitter us, you can go to email, you can go to our Facebook page. We are everywhere. And of course, if you want to see this show again later on for information or any of the shows, they're all on YouTube forever and ever. This is our 337th show. So glad we're still going strong. Okay, I have a note here to remind you, especially us guys, 13 more days till Christmas, so that leaves you 12 shopping days. Get the job done, guys. Let's do it. Wear those masks, get out there and shop. How? I got my little sign here, shop locally. Okay, support small businesses this holiday season and all year long, of course. But remember, we got a lot of shops that depend on your business, especially this time of year. Put on your mask, get out there. Thank you. Okay, let's see, what else was I going to talk about? I guess that's all I got to say right now. I'm going to get right into our announcements from folks that are out there, and I'm going to talk about them right now. All right, this first one here is really fun for me because a couple years ago I participated in the Home for the Holidays concert over at the Red Lene, and it was the Home for the Holidays #2, and Will Russell and I participated in that, and it was just a blast. Then there was a little break, and now I'm going to tell you about Home for the Holidays 3, and we got I think some pictures on this, or a poster, number 15. The Red Lene Center for the Arts and WRFA to premiere holiday music performance online December 2nd. That's today. The Red Lene Center for the Arts and WRFA will premiere this Holiday 3 Christmas with the Reg, Saturday, today at 7 p.m. The pre-recorded set of music performances from local and regional musicians will be streamed on YouTube and Facebook for free to the public. The Reg has presented a holiday concert every December since 2016, beginning with the original Home for the Holidays concert 2 years in a row with WRFA and continuing with Windham Hills Winter Solstice in 2018 and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's Wild and Swinging Holiday Party in 2019. Now there's a name for you, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. But why didn't I get that name for my band? Marketing Director Len Berry says the following: as we've been closed due to the pandemic, as we all have, since March, the staff and the board wanted to keep with our December tradition in a safe manner. Over the course of a few days in November and December, several musicians performed sets of holiday songs and compositions in the controlled environment of the Red Lene Center for the Arts Media Arts Studio. Performers and crew had temperatures taken before entering the space. Social distancing and mask wearing were employed, and the space and equipment were cleaned and disinfected between each and every performance. You know, that's so important for us to know that we're all being respectful of each other's space and our health, and that we're following all the guidelines. So here's the lineup. Performers include Lazarus, Gary Peters Jr., the Porcelain Bus Drivers, Bill Ward with Adam McKillop, both of whom I've played along with. And then you know these folks, they've been on the show and I played with them, Sue Tillotson and Jim Cunningham, joined by Michael Hart. The performance will have a streaming premiere at first. It will be available to view throughout December and in audio form on WRFA. It is free to view and to listen to. Those interested in making a donation to help with production costs may do so at reglene, all one word, .com or WRFALP.com. Okay? Home for the Holidays 3 is made possible by the sponsorship of Summit Wealth Management Incorporated, the office of Dr. Vingendla and UPMC. Okay? And if you want more information, go to their website at reglene.com. So how cool. Glad to see some of my colleagues in the music world are out there playing. Cold Lazarus was in the show last time and they were awesome. Okay, make the most of the holidays, moving along. A year like no other. It's been a whirlwind. But as we celebrate the holidays and wind down the year, here's to celebrating getting here and to starting 2021 off right. We put together a few easy tips to help you get started. Who's this from? Let's find out. Check out our tips. Declutter. Oh, it's from Dropbox. Okay, so this is from software. All right, so it says check out our tips. Declutter for the holidays if you got Dropbox. Dropbox Family automatically backs up all your information so your documents are safe. Your passwords and saved in all the content you create is accessible from your pocket. Okay, so keep your memories safe and private. Connect multiple accounts to Dropbox and keep your most precious memories safe. Dropbox can even download your Facebook data so that you can stay in control of who has access. So just a public service announcement from Dropbox in the station here. Okay, moving along, slide 16. The Chautauqua Center, boy oh boy, they've been busy. They got a bunch of folks here, and I'm gonna give you just the highlights of each one. But this is from my friend Sarah Gilbert. She shared with us that they have some new providers, and as you know, they were on not too long ago, and they've got all kinds of great services there. So I believe I'm going to be going in the correct order as you start at the top and work our way across and down. So the first person is Yvonne Butler. She's an NFP. She's joined the center as a family nurse practitioner in Dunkirk. She was raised in Arkansas, and you know, my dad always said Arkansas. I said, Dad, it's Arkansas. So here's to you, Dad, Arkansas, and received her master's degree from Arkansas State University. Yvonne is excited to explore our region and experience winter for the first time. She loves God, family, fishing, and camping. All right, welcome, Yvonne. Next, Patrick Dennison. He's a DO. Practiced primary care at the center in the past and returned to the Dunkirk Clinic in September. He is a graduate of Case Western Reserve University, Akron University, the Ohio Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine in Athens, Ohio, where he received his degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. He has a passion for cellular biology, infectious diseases, music, fishing, and poetry. Okay, next is Sarah McMullen, MD. She's a pediatrician and sports medicine physician practicing out of the center in Dunkirk. The Chautauqua Center has two locations in Dunkirk and Jamestown. That's why I keep talking about both places. They're located at 1134 Central Avenue. She completed her residency at the University of Buffalo and a sports medicine fellowship at the NYU Langone and the Harkness Center for Dance Injuries. Dr. McMullen enjoys treating children and adolescents of all ages and has a special interest in working with young female athletes and dancers as she grew up figure skating and participating in track and field in Canada. Next is Leslie McNaughton, MD, BSN, is a family medicine physician located in Dunkirk who has nearly 20 years of healthcare experience. She attended medical school at the University of Utah, following her degree in physical education and exercise science at Utah State University, as well as her nursing degree at the University of Utah. She is passionate about holistic primary care with a focus on preventative and integrative health and emphasis on overall wellness. Moving along, we have Nina Curry, FNP, is a family nurse practitioner in Jamestown. She received her Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the college at Brockport State University of New York and her Master's of Science in Nursing from Gannon University. Nina previously worked as an ICU nurse at UPMC Chautauqua and in New York City during the COVID crisis prior to becoming a family nurse practitioner at the Chautauqua Center. Wow. Someone many of you know, Rudy Mueller is MD, is an internal medicine and geriatric physician who has been in practice locally since 1992. He joined Chautauqua Center's Jamestown Clinic last month. Dr. Mueller graduated with honors with a degree in biomedical engineering from Case Western Reserve before receiving a medical degree from Ohio State University. He completed his residency at Northwestern University Hospitals in Chicago. Dr. Mueller is a fellow of the American College of Physicians and an accomplished author. His book, As Sick as It Gets, discusses high cost of U.S. health care and the lack of coverage for millions of Americans. Dr. Mueller lives in Lakewood with his wife Diane Mueller, who's also a doctor, and 5 children. Next, Paul Robbins, DO, is a practicing pediatrician in Jamestown. He obtained his bachelor's degree in the biological sciences from the University of Notre Dame before studying maternal and child health at the George Washington School of Public Health in Washington, D.C. Dr. Robbins attended medical school at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, also known as LECOM, in Erie, Pennsylvania, and was awarded the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine in 2017. His pediatric training was completed with the Medical College of Georgia at the Children's Hospital of Georgia. Chautauqua Center offers community health in Dunkirk and Jamestown and is always accepting new patients. Since opening 2013, the organization has significantly improved access to health and support services for people in our region and strives to make high-quality care affordable and convenient for everyone. Services include medical care for all ages, including pediatrics, women's health and family planning, behavioral health, dental health, substance abuse services, and pharmacy. As you know, many of you have seen various folks from the Chautauqua Center here on the show, and I'm really strongly supportive of organizations like this, because in the day and age that we're living in right now, services are getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and sometimes we need a little help, and I know that they'll work with you, especially if your insurance has been decreased or you've lost it during this COVID time and so forth. So please check out these agencies in the area. If you want to schedule an appointment, give them a call at 484-4334. Again, 484-4334. Okay, slide 17, active parenting. Join us for our upcoming active parenting classes, the first 5 years. Okay, and this has already started, but they still have more classes on the schedule. So you got 2 more 2-hour sessions via Zoom. And if you're not familiar with Zoom, it's like FaceTime or looking at your phone and watching somebody live. Well, Zooming is sort of along those same lines. You download the app to your phone or computer, and they send you a link that you click on, and you're magically transported to studio wherever they are working with folks. So what's this program all about? It's going to be held 2 more sessions on December 15th and the 23rd. And what's it going to do? It's going to build a strong foundation for your child and you. Your child's first 5 years are so important, they tell me. How to make the most of them with active parenting. First 5 years. I'm looking at my guest. We could have used this, huh? Between us, we have 8 kids. In this program, you'll learn the best ways to nurture your child from birth to pre-K. Maybe we can do it with our grandkids. And with the just right combination of freedom and nonviolent discipline. Here's what you'll learn in these classes. What a baby's cry means. Ages and stages of development. Building a strong bond. Your child's growing brain. Using mindfulness to keep your cool. Effective discipline that young children can understand. Choices and consequences. 6 ways to prepare your child for school success, and a whole lot more. Now, if you're interested, give them a call at Prevention Works. Ask for Kathleen Colby. The number there is 780-2721 or 664-3608, extension 226. Again, 780-2721 or 664-3608, extension 226. Okay, next, PAX Chautauqua Facebook Live, episode 8. It's going to happen on December 17th at 10 a.m. Let's see what this is. A gift more than money. Mysterious motivators are short, non-tangible rewards that won't cost you money. Join our team to share the science behind the amazing PAX tool, as well as some examples you can use with your children in life. And this is from Prevention Works, and again, this is going to be held December 17th. So if you're interested, check that out. And finally, Jim Brickman virtual show. Okay, some of you may be familiar with Jim Brickman. Okay, it says here, Jim Brickman supports the Reg Linnaeus Center for the Arts with comfort and joy at home live. Virtually, coming up December 18th, the Grammy-nominated songwriter and piano sensation Jim Brickman will be taking the nation by storm this holiday season with the, quote, Comfort and Joy at Home 2020 virtual tour. A portion of each ticket purchased to this live event will benefit the Reginald Lene Center for the Arts, and their families can enjoy this unique virtual concert experience from the comfort of home while supporting the Reginald Lene Center for the Arts during the challenging time that we all are living in. Brickman will bring the live concert experience up close and personal by blending Yuletide memories and holiday carols by his own hit songs such as The Gift, Sending You a Little Christmas, Angel Eyes, and If You Believe. Brickman will warm the hearts of all as sweet sounds of faith and love make spirits bright, bringing family and friends together for anything but a silent night. The live stream video concert will be performed Friday, December 18th at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at thereginaldlene.com. Brickman previously performed at the Reg in 2014 and 15 with Valentine's and Christmas tours. That's it for today. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back, and this announcement is for you.
I'm not trained to do that kind of stuff. I never thought I had it in me. I didn't think I had the time. But then I took the first step. Is there a fire in you? Volunteer at www.fireinU.com.
You know, I used to be a fire commissioner, not a firefighter, but I know how important it is to maintain the levels of our local fire departments. So if you or someone you know is interested, do drop down to the firehouse. They have regular meetings, and check it out and get a tour and find out what's involved to be a firefighter. You can do it. Okay, many of us are been cooped up at home because of this COVID pandemic, as we should. But some of you might be getting a little antsy, getting that cabin fever, especially this time of year. And well, today we're going to talk about something you might be interested in, especially if you are athletic and you might want to try something new indoors to kind of get those muscles moving. I want to welcome to the show for the very first time, I believe. I think you've been on the show before. No. My friend Mel Swanson. Mel, we've known each other for like forever, haven't we?
Long time.
Our kids have grown up together, and we've traveled together, and good times. But that's not why you're here.
No, we had to talk about a golf course and some indoor golf.
Indoor golf. But before we do that, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, you've got a cool career. I mean, you're really cool.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to get a job right out of college and teach for 34 years at Sherman Central School. A job I loved. I retired only because time said so. But really a good career. I coached basketball for 40 years. I coached after I retired and stayed on as the athletic director at Sherman for a few more for those years.
And what grade level did you teach?
The first 10 years I taught 4th grade, and then the last 24 I taught 5th and 6th grade math.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool age.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, I like teaching that level.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you are always humbled. I mean, you're just not like a coach. I mean, you've been honored in so many ways.
Yeah, I was inducted into the Chautauqua County Hall of Fame as, for my girls varsity basketball coaching. And
I mean, you have like the most wins in like any coach in the world, don't you, or something crazy like that?
Yeah, well, in Western New York.
Oh,
Yeah, in Western New York.
Western New York.
Section 6.
That's really outstanding. I've seen you coach. You get kind of like assertive out there.
Yeah, I was a little bit excitable.
I said, is that Mel? Is that my card partner over there?
Yeah, the intensity level was always there.
Yeah.
But it was an enjoyable career. I really wouldn't trade it for anything.
Well, and you're in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame as well as one of your sons, right?
Yeah, Nolan is in for his cross country in high school, and then at the college level, and then at the professional level.
You know, every time I think of our kids, I always remember one funny story, and that was when my son Scott and your son Nolan were running cross country. I think it was for the first time.
Yeah.
And I think Scott was a sophomore, and I think Nolan was a freshman. I think that's how that lines up. Well, anyways, so I remember Scott says that they're running, and Nolan lost his shoe, I think, in the very first race that they competed against. And Scott came home demoralized, and I go, what's the matter? And he said, well, I just got beat by this Swanson kid, and he finished the race with one shoe.
Yeah, that was up at Elma Meadows in East Aurora, and Nolan ended up finishing the race with one shoe.
And they went on to be an All-American.
Went on to be an All-American, and then ran for Nike for a few years out in Oregon, and finished up his career out there before he came back home.
But you also have some other things you've done. You've been at Chautauqua Institution for like forever, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been at Chautauqua since 1986, working on the stage crew at the amphitheater and different other union houses on the grounds.
You should feel right at home here in the studio with all the cameras and stuff.
This is, we don't do a lot of TV, a lot of camera video and that stuff, that kind of thing at the amp, but we did some.
So you're the guy that's way up in that little booth that nobody ever can see because it's always behind you, shooting lights and controlling the sound.
I'm usually up there with the follow spot guy. And in the new building now, it's downstairs. In the old building, we were upstairs.
Oh, I know. You took me that one time through the
old
ceiling of the attic of the Athenaeum, as I'm told that's the way you say it. Yeah. And then we crossed on these wooden beams. I'm thinking Abraham Lincoln must have been here one time or another. And we went all the way across there, but that was pretty darn cool. I was waiting for the bats to attack me, but I didn't see any.
The old attic of the amp was quite an experience.
Very cool up there. Anyways. But so now you're retired. You're not coaching anymore.
No.
And you're not the athletic director anymore.
No.
So what are you doing now? This is where we start the show.
Well, I spend a lot of time with my grandkids.
How many do you have? Be
9.
Careful, 9.
9 going on 10. We're going to have another little one.
Oh, who's that?
Ryan and Laura are going to have another little one in May or early June.
Henry just came along a couple years ago, didn't he?
Henry's 2, going on 3.
We were up in the Northwest Canada when he was born, remember, on that train?
We were on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henri.
But Henry's going to have a new little brother or sister.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Around Memorial Day, they're saying. So that'll be exciting.
10. Well, that's keeping Mary busy, your wife.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And right now, I spend a lot of time at the golf course. Now that we have the indoor golf for the winter.
Okay.
And I've been teaching school with my 8th grade grandson.
So you're
out of Westfield. I'm helping him with
the online tutor.
Online. I oversee pretty much what he does. I can't imagine how it is for kids that don't have someone there overseeing their progress.
What's the biggest challenge for you right now with that?
Oh, just the communicating. Well, him communicating with his teachers and making sure he gets all his assignments.
Yeah, because kids are kids.
Yeah, kids are kids, and they'll have their phone in their pocket and pull out the phone, and when they're supposed to be Zooming, and if there's not someone there to say, hey, you can put your phone away and pay attention to the Zoom. But he's real good about it. Carson he's a good little student, so that helps. He's on task.
Do you ever get this? And we'll get to the golf course in a second. But whenever there's something educational, the grandpas get called and said, "Ask your grandpa. Can you help him with this math?" And you ever sit there and go like,
Yeah, I'm finding that
I'm not quite sure where we're going with this, but
I'm finding I'm good up through most of 8th grade math. He has a Spanish class that he Zooms with every day, and I'm lost in Spanish. So Grandma, if he has anything big, Grandma has to help with that.
Right. Usually if it's writing or things like that, I'm all right. But only because the math, they kind of use different terminologies. And it's the same stuff, but it's just kind of reorganized in a different way, and I got to make sure I don't mess them up.
Yeah, the math is interesting. It's what's now 8th grade math used to be 9th or 10th grade math.
Yeah,
it's
they're
all
pushing it down.
Yeah.
But. Okay, so you already used the term golf course, and how does a teacher get into a golf course?
Well, the 2 kids, my 2 boys that actually run the majority of the golf course, Nolan and Ryan, started golfing at a young age, from everything from riding their bike out to the old Woodcrest golf course.
Is that Hugh Wood's old place?
Yes.
I know Hugh.
Hugh built it for his son John. Nolan and Patrick started playing golf there. Ryan never really played at Woodcrest much, a little bit when he was older, but he started at Chautauqua.
Now Ryan, he's kind of got some chops. I mean, he's done pretty well in the golf.
Yeah. He played college golf at St. Bonaventure, and he's now the Bonaventure head golf coach. So he's deep into college golf.
Did he go like
now.
semi-pro or anything like that?
He played twice at the peak in the web.com tour, and I forget what it was called the last time he played, but he played a couple times up there in that, and he plays in the local Western New York pro tournaments. They play, well, until COVID hit, they played pretty much every Monday throughout the summer at different courses from Rochester to Erie.
Okay.
He plays in that still.
Cool. All right. So they were playing golf at a young age. Okay. So
They were playing golf at a young age, and they worked at, Nolan worked at Chautauqua Institution when he was just out of high school. He worked there one summer, and they played a lot. And when Nolan's running career ended, Ryan's golf career at Bonaventure, he had graduated, and they got talking and saw a golf course for sale in Westfield and decided they wanted to make that business venture, and we all bought a golf course. You know how that
like
goes.
that.
You know how that goes with moms and dads and kids, and
it's like with that movie,
yeah.
We Bought a Zoo. It was like, what have we gotten ourselves
yeah,
into?
and we've been there, and this is our 12th. We just finished our 12th outdoor season.
Now, how long has that golf course been there? I mean, I don't even know it must take a lot of work to even start a golf course. This is 9 holes?
Yeah, it's just a 9-hole course. Par 36 plays about 3,100 yards from the back tees. And we believe it was built in the early 60s by the Portman family in Westfield. And they had it right up until we purchased it in 2009.
Only the second owner then?
Only the second owner.
Wow, long lineage. So par 36, that means for each of the 9 holes, you're allowed supposedly to get it within 4 shots? Is that?
Well, there's 2 par 3s on the course and 2 par 5s.
That's pretty
So
long.
we have, and so
Do you have a par 10?
sometimes hole 6 can be a par 10.
Now, did you golf when you were a kid?
I really didn't start playing golf till I was maybe 14 or 15. My dad got into it when he retired. He didn't really play until he retired from his job in Jamestown. And he started playing, and when he started playing, I started playing a little bit, and I'm still not very good.
Well, you know, people always say to me, why don't you golf? And I always make the joke. It's not, I'm just making this up. That if you go to any golf course and you go to the locker room, there's a picture of me with a line through it and it says, considered armed and dangerous with a golf club. Don't let this man near you. I play okay. I just don't play enough to really get a handle on the sport.
It's the kind of game you need to play regularly to become consistent at it. And
and Jeff's listening. He says he doesn't keep score. He just goes, well, for the exercise, Jeff, or the sandwiches, or what?
Yeah, I think
exercise.
That's a good way to approach it.
Right.
Yeah, none of us have to make a living doing it, so we're okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, the family bought the golf course about 12 years ago, but it says golf club, Pinehurst Golf Club. What do you mean? What's the difference?
Well, we made it into a situation where you can buy memberships. So you can have a membership to our course, or you can be just come in off the street and play. I mean, we do sell memberships, and we also have just regular open to the public golf. So when we took over, we felt calling it a golf club would be a little more descriptive of what we are. And if people want to join our club, they can.
And you have a clubhouse.
And we have a clubhouse.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah.
We have a clubhouse that we've done a lot of work on since we took over, and it's really coming along.
I got to be honest with you. You know, if you're going out Route 20, where it is towards Brockton, you know, out of the village of Westfield, heading to Brockton, if you go too fast, you can pass it really quick. You got to look for it a bit.
Yeah, you got to look for it. Nolan and Amy live in the brick house that's closest to the road, and it kind of blocks off some of the building down below where the clubhouse is and the work barn and that kind of thing. And there's some big tree line there, so yeah, if you go by too fast, and that's right where the speed limit picks up at 55. But it's got a driving range that you can pick up on and a sign there. And
what's the longest hole? Do you do it in feet and yards? Or
hole
metric?
6. Hole 6 from the back tees plays almost 600 yards.
That's 1,800 feet?
Yeah, that's a plays right along the grapevine there.
That's more than a quarter of a mile.
It's a par 5, and it's a tough hole from the back tees. You know, we also have forward tees that you can choose to play that make it a little closer and play anywhere from 400 to right around 500 yards. Most par 5s are right around 500 yards. So,
Holy
and
mackerel.
that's our.
I can't even imagine how many hits I would have to or strokes, not hits, strokes. It's not baseball. Strokes to get there for me.
Yeah,
zing, zing, all over
the
place.
young kids and new players, so many of them, they're hitting the ball
And
290 to 300
and the
now.
technology of the clubs is all different now. I've seen some of these things. They're like this big and they're huge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what's that all about?
Just technology advancing like everything else. And kids, I'm being outdriven by my 8th grade grandson now. He's hitting the ball 240.
Wow.
Young kids are, and adults.
I can hit 240. It just goes the wrong way.
Yeah, me too.
I go slices this way, slices that.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, please keep an eye on my ball because I don't know where it went. Okay, so just let's digress a little bit as far as the golf course, the golf club. I mean, people might say, well, what's involved running a golf course? You cut the grass and people go out and play. I mean, it's got to be a whole lot more than that, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot more than that. It's, taking care of the golf course, and Nolan and Ryan do the majority of the work out on the course. But they do a nice job taking care of the greens. Most golfers that play on a regular basis really want to play on golf courses where the greens are nice.
And the green is around the hole.
Right, around the hole. So keeping it sprayed to keep different bugs out of the green, different.
You spray for bugs?
Oh yeah, spray for bugs and grubs and those. Oh,
because they would be eating up the grass and making a mess.
And just fertilizing the right amount and taking care of the greens. I mean, I think that's their most concerned part of the course is make sure the greens are nice.
Now that grass is obviously different than what's in the rough. Is that?
Yeah. We have bent grass greens, which is just a golf term. It's a grass that can be cut real short, obviously, and just keeping the greens in a situation where they are in really nice shape for the golfer to putt on. Mm-hmm. All of us play in and out of the rough, and the guys have made an effort to really make our fairways better since they took over. Because when we first got the course, the rough and the fairway were defined with the same height of grass.
Oh, okay.
And the greens were in need of work. But
so you have special mowers?
Special mowers.
So to cut that little bitty grass?
Yeah, we have a greens mower.
A special greens mower.
Which is a special mower that cuts it at a very, very short height. We have a special fairway mower that cuts the fairways down to a shorter height.
Really?
And then we have a couple of different kinds of rough mowers. We have gang mower. We have a large Toro.
I'm familiar with the rough.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm there more than I'm in the fairway.
Oh,
but,
dear.
It's a complicated situation when it comes to taking care of the greens, and obviously in early May and June keeping up with the grass growth.
Yeah, in the first couple of months every year.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty dry this summer though, wasn't it?
Pretty dry after May.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good summer for golf. I mean, obviously the COVID threw a real wrinkle in things in terms of how we operate. But
no, you were closed there for a while, right?
We were closed for a while, and then we were allowed to open up and have no one in the clubhouse and one person to a golf cart, and things progressed along to just mostly cleaning procedures and fewer people in the clubhouse once they opened it up, and
so
capacity. We have
the same sanitizing
rules that.
Can you serve food and drink there? No.
We can serve food and drink. We don't serve. I mean, we serve hot dogs and grill out quite a bit during the summer for our leagues and things. But we don't normally serve a lot of other things other than hot dogs and hamburgers. And we have a pizza oven.
Pub grub.
Yeah, simple things. Yeah. We don't have a full kitchen.
Yeah, well, people just want to grab something and go, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in a given week, just for my own entertainment here, how many people will golf in a good week? I mean,
well, we're very fortunate that we have some really good support from our local guys and ladies, because we have a men's league on Monday of 40 guys and a ladies league on Tuesday of 20 ladies. We have another men's league on Wednesday of 40 guys.
80, 100.
And we have 2 leagues on Thursday, retired guys league on Thursday morning that has anywhere from 16 to 24 guys. They come and go as they feel. I mean, they're not it's not a required show up type league. And then Thursday night we have a 48-man league.
Wow. And then walk-ins, you're probably talking
and
about
we have
100 people.
walk-ins. So
you guys are busy.
when the weather is good, we're busy. Weekends, we lost some tournaments this year because of the COVID, where we do a lot of fundraising tournaments for different organizations. But hopefully we'll get those back next summer. But yeah, for a small course, we do a good amount of business.
Cool. Okay. So let's get to the heart of why I asked you to be here today. So we're just doing kind of the background. You guys have done some remodeling, and you brought in a new feature this year. So let's talk a little bit about the remodeling, and then let's talk about what you're doing new indoors.
Well, the boys have been talking for a few years about what else could they do to improve our business. Because obviously in Western New York, when Old Man Winter moves in, and sometimes it's early, usually there's not much golf going on in November, and not again until maybe April. What could we do to bring in some income to offset that 5 or 6 months of zero income when utilities and mortgages and all the other bills keep coming?
They're still coming along, yeah.
And they've been talking about putting in these golf simulators for 3 or 4 years now. Well, this year we felt it was a good time to make the move, and we contacted a construction crew to put up the exterior structure. We put on about 25 by 40 addition.
That's good size.
Good size, about 1,000 square feet. And we had installed, we did the work to install 2 GC Hawk simulators, they're called, put out by Foresight is the name of the company that sells them. And what they provide people the ability to do is to come and play indoor golf. You play with your actual clubs, your own ball, you tee it up. The fairway is shown on a projection screen. We have 25 different courses, anything from Pebble Beach to St. Andrews.
No, St. Andrews is Scotland, right?
St. Andrews
That's like
is in Scotland.
the premier first golf course in the world or something,
Yeah,
isn't it?
you can opt to play that course.
Have you played it?
I have, and I didn't do too well. But it's so realistic in terms of the actual driving of the ball and playing your wedge shots, and there's
All right, let me roll back the tape here for folks that are listening right now, because we're going to show this in a second. We got little videos here, right? So I walk in and I got my club in my hand. What clubs do I need? Just any old club?
you need all your clubs.
All your clubs.
You need all your
Well, what if
clubs.
I don't have clubs? Do you have clubs there I can use?
We have a few sets of
All
of used clubs that we allow people to use that they could use, just the same ones that we would allow in the summer.
All right.
You don't need any other equipment other than regular golf equipment.
All right.
You probably don't need your golf spikes because it's 72 and sunny, and
Do you have like turf or?
we have turf. Yeah, it's
Okay. Indoor
it's an
carpet?
indoor turf that you put. You use a regular tee.
Really?
It goes into the turf, and yeah.
I didn't know that. I was
Yeah,
wondering
regular
about that.
tee.
So you have some material on the ground on the
Right.
floor that's thick, and you stick your tee in there.
Mhm, it's probably 1.5 to 2 inches.
It was like a rubber backing or something.
It has like a rubber backing. It appears like real short AstroTurf on the top, but you can stick your tee in there. And it
Very cool.
holds,
All right, so I'm trying to imagine myself here. So I'm in the privacy of my own. Is this a booth?
Each hitting area is about 15 by 20.
So
or
it's just
30.
me in there, or
yeah,
or
you and the
my
people
partner.
you're playing with, right?
So nobody else has to watch me. So this is
No.
okay. So
They could.
You could, but I mean it's sort of private now. So
Right.
so someone like me gets in there and I hit the ball and hopefully it goes that way ahead of. And so then what am I looking at?
The GC Hawk is a set of cameras that is located above the golfer. when you tee up your ball, it identifies your ball as being recognized by the camera. It will show you on the screen.
Is this a special ball or just any ball?
Any ball.
Really?
It shows your golf ball.
Okay.
And when you hit your ball, the cameras pick up the ball and show it on the video screen, the actual flight of the ball. It's much like the tracers that you see when you watch pro golf.
Right, or football.
Or
they
football.
they kind of watch the ball.
It
and they
traces the ball going up the fairway or into the rough or into the water or into the trap or wherever. It shows the ball. It's actual, if you slice the ball, it shows your curve in the slice. If you hook the ball, it shows your hook. Obviously, if you hit the ball straight down the fairway, the tracers show how far your balls go.
So then the view advances to wherever the ball is?
You're right. It works almost like the automatic scoring machines in bowling. If there's 3 people playing, obviously everybody takes their shot, and then the hawk will project up there whose turn it is next by who is farthest from the hole, like
Okay.
you would in regular golf.
So your name pops up or something?
Your name pops up, you put your name in the
Okay.
scorecard before you go, and your name pops up. It tells you how far you have to the hole, it tells you the wind direction, it tells you...
So you don't have to drop the
if you-
grass in the air?
No, it tells you if you're hitting, you're below a hole 2 feet, you're hitting uphill or downhill, tells you that.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, it's very specific. It's
And you can go anywhere in the world on any...
Yeah,
how many
we-
golf courses did you say?
We have 25 courses.
25 different ones.
From Pebble Beach to St. Andrews to Marion to Celtic course, which
Do
is
you have
another.
like Dubai or some crazy...
We don't have Dubai, I
Okay.
don't believe, but I can't rattle off all. We have 25, but you
That's
can
a
go
lot,
to Congressional in DC. You can go to, pick your course really.
So this is sort of like those games where you put the mask on and
Yeah.
you're doing virtual whatever. So you're doing virtual golf.
You're doing
Sort
virtual
of.
golf, sort of.
But you're actually hitting the ball.
You're actually hitting the ball, yeah, and
Oh.
it's very realistic.
Okay. So Jeff, we've got some photos of the building, of the remodeling, and then let's slowly work our way with the videos, okay? So let's see what we got here. Just waiting on that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you've done some remodeling. So Jeff, if you want to bring those pictures up anytime, we're ready. There we go. Oh, what's this now? This is an article.
That was a photo the Post Journal came out and took the very first day we were going to open up back in April of 2009.
Okay, well, before we get to the remodel, we got a phone call. So let's take a phone call.
Okay.
Okay, good morning, caller.
Good morning, Jack. Good morning, Mel. What a great idea, this virtual golf.
Thank you. Yeah, it's working out good.
I could do this.
I can do it too.
Yeah.
That's terrific. I'm going to have to drive by and take a look and see what you're doing. That's so innovative. And this would be good even after this COVID crisis is over with.
Yes, we're hoping.
Well, good luck with that. That's really ingenious.
Well, thank
Well,
you.
this is Linda Spalding. I didn't introduce myself. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say quickly that we do have contacts and job openings and referrals with the Senior Employment Program, and they should call me at the Chautauqua County Office for the Aging at 753-4471 or my direct line, 753-4856.
Okay, and Lynn, when they call, do they come in for an interview, or how do you handle that?
No, we're not really allowed to interview people. I just talk to them on the phone. I have been seeing people, but I've been like seeing them outside, like meeting at outside places, because it's
Gotta
really
do what
not
you
a
gotta
good
do.
idea to bring anybody in.
Woo!
I don't know what that was.
That's the feedback. Jimi Hendrix is in the room somewhere. Okay, well, thanks for calling, Lynn.
All right, well, have a great
We're
weekend.
going to have to check this out. We're going to have to do this. I
I'm
think we
going
need.
to check it out.
I think I'm going to have to bring the crew to this sometime this summer. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh,
Justin, what do you
yeah.
say?
Hey, that would be for a good fundraiser, too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
You can't break anything.
Yeah.
Okay, Lynn. Well, we'll talk to you next time.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, so we got some pictures and some videos. So I'll let Jeff choose whatever it is, and you can narrate. Okay? So whatever you got, Jeff. It takes a second for it to queue up here.
Queue up.
Okay. Oh, what are we looking at here now?
What we're looking at is our new addition. I'm just taking a little walk out front. We added on a 25 by 40 addition. The stonework there on the front just was finished up about a week and a half ago by Cody Jacobson. He did a really nice job for us. We added on a little bit of a patio also.
Very nice.
So that in the summer we can have some outdoor tables, and there'll be a couple of televisions on the wall there that we can have golf on, or whatever people want to have on while they're out there after they play golf. Another little shot coming back towards the front of the building.
And now we're facing Route 20, right?
Now we're facing Route 20, right?
Okay, I'll have to stop by and look at it. It looks really nice.
It really is come along to be a really nice addition to the
Okay.
property.
Okay, and again, we're just going to let Jeff pick one, and we'll see what we got here. So, a lot of planning goes into that, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had a lot of support from local contractors,
Okay.
Cole Electric, Josh Harrington Construction.
Okay.
Here we got a shot of my son Ryan hitting a drive up the fairway. It shows the tracer, and he goes in the trap. But you actually would play the ball out of the sand trap. It doesn't actually hit just like sand, obviously, because you're hitting off AstroTurf. You don't ever lose a golf ball.
Oh, who's this now?
This is
A golfer.
a golf. One of the guys playing.
All right, so the ball hits the screen, and then and then somehow it calculates everything.
Right, there's cameras. That gray strip you see at the top of the screen there is the GC Hawk, where all the cameras are.
Okay.
And it picks up the ball as it leaves that turf where it was teed up. It's pretty amazing. There's about 6 or 8 cameras in that Hawk up above there.
So now, when this gentleman goes to play, he just places his ball again,
Right.
on the turf,
On the turf.
and then the ball would be the same placement on the screen, right? I mean,
Well, yeah, the cameras up above will pick up where that golf ball is right there, if you see the ball on the tee.
okay.
The screen tells you that it's picked up your golf ball and it's ready for you to hit. Once you hit it, it picks it up very quickly. As soon as you hit it, it starts tracing it
Wow.
wherever it's going into the screen.
Okay, here's another fella.
Yeah.
Okay, he's winding up.
This is Greg Augie.
Okay.
Okay, and you can see he had a pretty good shot right up the
Whoa.
fairway. He's going a little right now.
Now I'm assuming
over
that
to the cart path, hit the cart path,
Huh?
and bounced further. I mean, if you hit a cart path, it's just like hitting one in real golf.
Wow.
And then it will calculate who has the next shot. Looked like Adam Gornichevich was the other boy playing there. Looked like he had the next shot because he didn't hit it as far as Greg
Okay.
and Ryan. So he would come up next. He would just place his ball on the mat. You can't tee it up again, just like regular golf. You can't keep teeing your ball up. So he would put his ball down on the mat. The machine would pick up his ball, tell him it's ready for him to hit, and it would tell him how far to the hole. If he has 153 yards, he's picking a club that he usually hits 150 yards or so.
I see this almost as educational.
Oh yeah, all 3 of my grandsons that live there really play quite a bit, and it is improving their game.
I mean, they're learning about wind conditions and weather conditions. They're learning, measurement and how hard to hit the ball.
One of the things it really helps with, and Ryan's played outside a couple of times since we've had these, it gives you an idea how far you hit each one of your clubs. Like if you hit your 7-iron 160 yards, and now you're only 140 yards from the hole, you're going to need it at 8 or a 9-iron. It really gives people a chance to figure out how far they usually hit each of their clubs. And the boys have been actually playing quite a bit, so they're getting a real handle on how far they hit their wedges, because that's a real important thing when you get out on a real golf course. When you're 145 yards from the green, your club selection is big. You don't want to choose too much of a club or too less of a club, and the inside play really gives them a good idea on how far they hit each one of their clubs.
Wow. So then when you hit the ball, it can it can tell how fast the ball's going to calculate how far it goes?
Oh, yeah.
So this is sort of like when you go to the county fair and you're throwing the softball and it calculates how fast you're pitching.
Right.
So same like a radar kind of.
Right.
Okay. I just got a request for phone number. How do people contact you?
They can contact us at 716-326-4424
Okay.
and set up a tee time for the indoor simulators so that we know you're coming. And
No, I asked you about gift certificates. This would be a great present for somebody.
yes, we've been selling gift certificates. We've sold quite a few last week. People are buying them for husbands, sons, wives.
Is it? I always ask this question. You can answer it any way you want, but like if I came in there and I said I want to play 9 holes, I mean, what's it going to cost me?
Right now, what we're charging is if there's 2 or more people, we're charging $20 to play 9 holes.
That's all?
That's all. And if they're going to play 18 holes, we're charging $25.
So that's $20 per person.
$20 per person.
So $40 for
right. If it's if it's one person, the cost of everything changes. Then it becomes $40 an hour. But very rarely do we have anybody come by themselves.
Right.
They come with a couple people, like you would when you're coming to play. And so if it's say a threesome, they'd pay $20 a piece to play 9 holes. We usually give them some warm up because it does have a driving range.
Oh wow!
You can and the driving range, when you practice on that, it picks up all of your stats.
You're being stalked on Facebook right now.
Are we?
Randy Anderson says hello.
Oh, hi, Randy.
He'll be here. He'll be here in January. We're preparing the studio for his return.
Oh, good. Hope to see you come out and play golf, Randy.
There you go. Of course, Randy's with the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, and he'll be here talking about all that.
Oh, yeah.
Towards the end of January. We got about just under 2 minutes. So we talked a little bit about other things that this thing could do, and you're not doing them yet, but this has capacity for other things, right?
Yeah, it has capacity to host a birthday party for one of your kids, because we can do movies on the big screen, comfortable sitting area. We can arrange to have pizza brought in, or you can. And
this has speakers and things?
Yeah, it has speakers. We're working on getting some better sound bars. We haven't gotten those yet, but it does have speakers.
Very nice.
So yeah, you can play pretty much anything onto the big screen.
So this has a lot of opportunity, and then you could also do some other sports maybe down the road.
Yeah, they sell other. It's like buying computer software for your Xbox. You can buy software to do soccer. I believe you can buy software to do softball pitching. We don't have that yet because we haven't put that kind of money into it for the other sports yet.
Sure.
But down the road, we're hoping that it catches on enough to make it worthwhile to do that.
Very good. Well, folks, you've been watching Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels, and Mel Swanson, who has an active participation and interest in the Pinehurst Golf Club over in Westfield on Route 20. Again, the phone number there is
716-326-4424.
And if you're interested in gift certificates or getting some exercise this winter, I guess you're going to be open year-round, right?
Yeah, we're open year-round. We're going to close down for a few days around Christmas.
Sure.
And a few days around New Year's,
Absolutely.
just so that the family can have some time off. But,
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, we're open all year round now.
We're just about running out of time, so thanks for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having me on, Doc.
And anybody in Chautauqua County in their listening area or down in Pensacola, Florida, wherever you are, you can come here and play some indoor golf. What a great thing.
72 degrees and sunny.
There you go. All right, folks, it's a wrap for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. That was just something very interesting and new to me, and I hope it was for you. I'm gonna get out there and play some golf, or try anyways. We're gonna do this again all next week right here on Saturday at 9 a.m. We've got a show featuring the folks from Infinity, my good friends over there. So check out golf, check out music, check out the Home for the Holidays concert, the Brickman concert. We've got a lot of stuff going on here online. Do the best you can, wear those masks, and remember, shop local. Take care now. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.